how it sounded? Or not? Yeah, the name of the song was "I Want to Hold Your Hand," and and it first hit the charts in what decade? Was it the 1950s, the 1970s, the 1980s, or the 1960s? In what decade did "I Want to Hold Your Hand" first hit the charts? Was it the 50s, the 70s, the 80s, or the 60s? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Be ready to process that first steer of the season with a trip to AeroSeed. AeroSeed has everything you'll need from grinders and slicers to seasoning and casings to smokers, dehydrators, and packaging supplies. And the Masterbuilt Gravity Series Digital Charcoal Grill Plus Smoker that smokes, grills, bakes, sears, crisps, warms, barbecues, roasts, and braises will cook up some mighty fine grub. You can even control it from your phone. Stop in to see what's cooking at AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
We've got Leonard on the line. Good morning, Leonard. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing fairly good. Fairly good.
Good man. All right, let's see if we can get you something to eat. Here's Brent.
Okay, Leonard, in what decade did "I Want to Hold Your Hand" first hit the charts? Was it the 1950s, the 70s, the 80s, or the 60s?
Well, I'm going to guess the 60s.
The 60s would be right on. You got it. And because you've answered correctly, got a certificate that'll get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. So come on out. See us when you can.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Leonard. Have a good one.
You too.
7:48 is your time. And Brent and Dave with you here on this Thursday. This week is kind of zipped by. And as we approach Friday, I feel the excitement building in Mustang country and all over the listening area because everybody's rooting for SEM in football.
SEM will play for the six-man football state championship tomorrow at Kearney, Nebraska, on the campus of UNK at Cope Stadium. They'll take on Stewart. Should be a fantastic game. They met earlier in the year. SEM won by 3. So should be a fantastic rematch. It'll be happening tomorrow night, kickoff at 7. And we have the wonderful privilege and honor of being able to be there to broadcast it for you. Kickoff will be at 7. It'll be right here on KBBN 95.3 FM tomorrow night.
All right. I don't happen to have "I Want to Hold Your Hand" in the Beatles playlist. Don't really know why.
Really?
Yeah, should. That was their one of their early, really big hits that really got them going. And then later on, of course, they had many, many more. And these are the songs in the early years that were about 2 minutes long. About 2.5 minutes was a pretty long song for the Beatles and other groups of that period of time. So when you search our database here for songs, if you just go overall length, Beatles, you get a whole bunch of them, but "I Want to Hold Your Hand" didn't come up. But this one did.
favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Good morning, everyone. This is Jim and Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with, we are having some open houses this Saturday, November 23rd, from 1 to 2:30. The first one is at 652 Cherry Avenue. It's got 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, cute kitchen, large living room with fireplace, attached single-car garage with back alley access, and you can move right in, and that's 652 Cherry Avenue. The other one is 1802 Cherokee Lane, 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Living room has a nice picture window. Kitchen is open to the dining space, attached garage, underground sprinklers. The shingles were new in 2024, and that one's 1802 Cherokee Lane. They will both be open from 1 to 2:30. Jim and I will be your host, and that's this Saturday. Going over to Farmers National side, we do have a listing at 825 Arrowhead Drive. Nice updated kitchen. Living room has a picture windows open to the dining area. Main floor has 3 bedrooms with neat hardwood floors. Lower level has a family room, 2nd bathroom, non-conforming bedroom, laundry room, office and den area with other possibilities. Shingles new in 2017, air conditioner new in 2020. It's an all-electric home, large backyard, attached insulated garage with newer door at 825 Arrowhead Drive. 237 Bowmar Drive. This home has been totally remodeled. Living room has large picture window. Kitchen has breakfast bar and plenty of counter and cupboard space. Main floor also has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and laundry space. Lower level is finished with large family room, 2 bedrooms, and 3rd bathroom. The HVAC system and water heater are new in 2017, attached oversized garage. And then there's also a shop with double doors off of the garage, large backyard with patio space and mature trees, located in a quiet neighborhood at 237 Bowmar Drive. At 410 Webster Avenue, this is a ranch-style home with lots of room. Nice-sized living room with large picture window and fireplace. Kitchen is open to the dining space with breakfast bar and ample cabinet and counter space. Main floor has 3 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms. Main floor has a new walk-in shower, new floor covering on the main floor, and lots of fresh paint. Then the lower level has a family room, 4th bedroom, and storage. Underground sprinklers, patio area, and storage shed. Large backyard. And that is at 410 Webster Avenue. Then at 1215 North K Street, this has got a cute front porch that adds charm. The kitchen walks out to a small deck in the back. Living room has recessed lighting, hardwood floor, built-in shelves, picture window, and a fireplace. Laundry room is located right off of the kitchen. There are 3 bedrooms on the main floor with hardwood floors. Lower level has a 2nd bathroom, rec room, family room with gas fireplace, and 2 more bedrooms, both with egress windows. Attached double garage that's at 1215 North K Street, and it's a corner lot with mature trees. Then in Sargent at 206 North 2nd Street, we have a home ready to go. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom on the main floor. Kitchen is open to the living space, has a finished basement with 2nd bathroom and 2 non-conforming bedrooms and laundry area. Large storage shed, shaded backyard. And that's at 206 North 2nd Street in Sargent. In Ansley at 1006 Edmund Street, this one's a corner lot. Main floor has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Dining room is open to the kitchen and living room. Lower level has non-conforming bedroom. Main floor laundry and breezeway from the attached garage. That's at 1006 Edmund Street in Ansley. Now I'm going to let Jim tell you about an upcoming Farmers National auction.
The auction will be December 3rd. At 1 o'clock in the Mason City Community Hall. It'll be 86.3 plus or minus acres down there at Mason City, just a mile north and then about a quarter to a half mile to the east. But this property has 67.3 acres of surface water rights. And also, I mean, it's been farm gravity, but all of the equipment belonged to the tenant. Again, this auction is for Eugene Burns, Janet Spencer, and Jolene Brandt estate. That's again in Mason City on December 3rd at 1 o'clock at the community hall there in Mason City. And then also we'd like to thank the Margaret Snyder Trust over in the Callaway area. We had an auction last Friday. Great auction, a lot of attendance. And this, if you have anything that you're wanting to sell, certainly give us a call at the office. It's 308-872-6413, or my cell number is 308-870-1785. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
You'll never know how much I really love you. You'll never know.
KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. The International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the man he recently fired as his defense secretary, Yoav Gallant, both cited for crimes against humanity and war crimes. Netanyahu says he rejects the warrant with disgust and insists there's nothing more just than the war in Gaza. The BBC's Anna Halligan reads from the warrant.
There are reasonable grounds to believe that both individuals, Benjamin Netanyahu, Yoav Gallant, intentionally and knowingly deprived the civilian population in Gaza of objects indispensable to their survival, including food, water, medicine, and medical supplies.
A warrant's also been issued for Hamas military chief Mohammed Deif.
These arrest warrants actually, initially, they were kept secret, but one of the reasons why the ICC has released them now, they say, because they believe similar conduct may be ongoing.
CBS News special report, Deborah Rodriguez.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by KOLN, the vacant Village Inn that was destroyed by a fire Wednesday morning is being demolished. Lincoln Fire and Rescue crews were called to the abandoned Village Inn at 29th and O Streets around 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Heavy black smoke could be seen blowing in the sky. Multiple fire engines were called to the scene to fight the two-alarm blaze. LFR said fire crews initially entered the building to fight the fire, but had to evacuate and take a defensive approach due to concerns that the building would collapse. They were seen spraying water onto flames from outside. Both eastbound and westbound lanes of O Street were closed from 23rd to 33rd Streets for some time, but have since reopened. Emergency management is asking people to please avoid the area. Lincoln Electrical Systems temporarily shut off power to homes south of the building, which affected nearly 100 people. Power has since been restored, according to LES. The gas station next to the burning building was ordered to evacuate for safety reasons. LFR says homes directly behind the building were also evacuated. LFR said no one was found inside the building. There have not been any reports of injuries. It is unknown what caused the fire at this time. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
In the NBA, the Warriors cruised past the Hawks 120-97. Steph Curry led the way with 23 points and 8 assists. James Harden had 24 points and 7 rebounds as the Clippers beat the Magic in LA 104-93. The Knicks had a 138-122 victory over the Suns, who were playing without Kevin Durant. Jalen Brunson 36 points and 10 assists. Karl Anthony Towns 34 points and 10 rebounds. The Grizzlies outscored the 76ers 117-111. The 76ers are now 2-12. They are in last place in the Eastern Conference, while the Cavaliers crushed the Pelicans 128-100. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 41 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists as the Bucks defeated the Bulls 122-106. Detroit Tigers pitcher Tarek Skubal was named the unanimous AL Cy Young Award winner, and Braves pitcher Chris Sale was named the National League Cy Young Award winner. And on the ice, the Stars beat the Sharks 5-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Highs level off around 48. Today, under sunny skies, northwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies again. Tonight, lows level off around 19. Highs around 54. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies and dry. Saturday and Sunday, mid-50s. Saturday, upper 40s by Sunday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
It's 8:04. Let's go outside with Happy Jack and see what the weather's like. Jack?
It's pretty nice out for fall weather. 23 degrees outside, sunny skies, light winds out of the north. In fact, I'd say there's barely any. There's just a very slight breeze. Barometric pressure at 30.25, humidity at 67%. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay 1 inch and 38 hundredths. High yesterday 49, overnight low was 25. Sunrise today was at 7:34, sunset today at 5:15. With that, Happy Jack Simpson wishing you an amazing day. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Jack. You make us laugh. You're out there. We can't wait for a blizzard. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun when Happy Jack's out there in a blizzard, right, Brent?
Well, yeah. It will be, really. But for you and I, it will be. But I don't know. I hope he doesn't sue us or something for forcing him to be out there when the blizzard occurs.
Oh, we might contact our labor lawyer and make sure we're okay on that.
That might not be a bad idea.
All right. It is time to talk with our first guest here in the studio. And Pearson Physical Therapy is here. Andrew, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. It's good to see you.
Yeah, been a while.
Haven't seen you in here in the studio for a little bit. You've been busy then.
We have been busy, yeah. Just kind of coordinating things, and then here and there you get some sick people here and there and figuring out how to make it all work and how to pull it all together. So, yeah.
So we're approaching the holidays, and before we talk a little bit more about the therapy side of it, I know you're a busy dad, so you've got the kids getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas, then a school break. In your assessment as a dad, how has it gone for the kids this year so far?
I think they've had an excellent year. Yeah, my kids, we're pretty lucky. I will say we have kids that love school, and they do a great job, and they come home and tell us all about. They're not being sent to the principal. They're not.
Oh man, that's so boring.
My boy Oliver last night just told me how he won 10 tickets yesterday. And I said, "Oh, that's awesome." I go, "What does that mean?" And they get these tickets. His teacher has a ticket system where everything they do, and a lot of it he was describing is like good manners. Like he's like, I sat up good and attentively. I listened when other people were talking. I didn't interrupt, and and all these things. And so it's great to hear what they're sort of molding them, not only just with the information, but like helping them to be better kids and better manners, and they really feed off of it and have a great time there. Yeah. So.
Isn't that nice to have that stressed in the classroom.
Yeah. Yeah,
as well?
yeah. So it's fun to sit around in the evenings around when we're having supper and hearing all the things that are going on. All of my kids now are at Anselmo Myrna, and so they all have these they're all in elementary, but they all have their point of view from where they're at in the school, and just to hear the daily stories of all these things they're learning, and then the biggest thing I think is the interactions. That's the thing that's so great about school is that they get these positive role models there, and then it feeds on into everyday life kind of thing. Yeah.
How to get along with their fellow students.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It sounds like it's going well then.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I think they're excited though for the holidays coming up. So we've got Christmas trees and decorations going up, and so all of that is sort of in that exciting transitional phase right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that keeps you and Mom busy and the kids busy. And I know you're busy at Pearson Physical Therapy, and we're going to talk about that. I did want to note, too, that we will be having, after we talk with Andrew here, that 5-minute news piece concerning Adams Land and Cattle. I want to get that in here this morning. Now, you guys have been busy, and it takes quite a staff to make everything click each and every day, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I think, a lot of times we come in here and we talk about specific conditions. We poke you guys with needles to show you what some of that stuff was.
Anytime you want to do that again,
Okay,
by the way,
we'll
bring the needles in. I felt great after that.
So, but yeah, I mean, we talk, we kind of let people know about specific things that we work on and all that. But a big part that is always on my mind every day is how are we going to get through the day? And when we have busy days and the schedule is packed, it's no small feat. And a lot of that is just our staff that is so great. Every single day when I work with patients, at least a couple of times, they say, hey, I just want to tell you, your staff is awesome, and everybody does such a good job and they treat us so good. And that doesn't go unheard at all. I mean, we really appreciate that. And I think it's like anywhere where you have to do the things that, that we are supposed to do as therapists and what our main primary goal is to help people. But a lot of it is coordinating people and making sure that we are getting through a full schedule, but doing it in a way where everybody gets what they're supposed to get, and that's a big deal. And being able to do that where we have a good, positive environment and everybody is, shown good respect and everybody's listened to, and you don't feel like you're just put through the mill kind of a thing. We're very, very aware that can happen when the schedule gets busy, and we try super hard to treat every single patient as good as we can as far as, that time crunch and making sure that, also that, adjusting people's schedules and all that. So it's a multi, front system where we've got Deb Miller and Darla Quackenbush up front, coordinating all the behind the scenes, the scheduling, all the insurance stuff, and all these things where they're coordinating with the doctor's offices and all that. I mean, that is so huge to do. So all these things that we as therapists don't have to worry about, or very minimal, so that we can focus on the patients. And then Tab Anderson and Brianna Powers out in the gym helping coordinate patients, and sort of like they're sort of the masters of putting people where they're supposed to be and telling us where we need to go and you need to go over here next and that kind of thing. So that's a big part. I think anybody who's in the business world at all, and even us, that just when you go into any business, you have this sense of, am I being appreciated as I'm a consumer of whatever it is they're offering here, and therapy is no different. It's a service industry, and so you want to feel like that you're listened to, that people appreciate that you are part of what's making this business work, and so that's huge. I'm very thankful for the team we have. Yeah,
Andrew, I think there is less of this, what I'm going to try to describe here, than there used to be, but you're thought of as professionals, doctors, if you will, and over the years when we went to the doctor when I was younger, you didn't question the doctor. You didn't ask any questions. You just went to see if they could fix it, and if you were sick, to see what they could do to make you better. But you really didn't have, I'm talking years back now, but conversations with the doctor. You just, the doctor was the doctor, and
right.
you just didn't have these conversations and ask questions. And I think that's changed a lot, and I think that helps in a lot of different ways. But from your side, from the therapist side, to be able to have those conversations and answer those questions go along with what you do, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's huge. And that's, for me, one of the most sort of gratifying parts of it is when you have all these things that okay, we got to check this box off and check this box off and do this exercise and do these techniques and things. But a lot of it comes down to having these conversations about, especially initially when you first meet people, like, where have we been with this and how did this develop? And, is it simple? Is there multiple things that have been going on? And then you're continuing to have those conversations as you're going through these treatment things and seeing if we're going in the right direction and seeing if sometimes you didn't have your head fully wrapped around it when you first started. And then as it's gone along, you're trying to figure out, okay, are we really catching this fully, or are we missing a little bit of something? And then you have some more conversations to figure out. And some of that is what we're seeing as a therapist and asking questions and seeing what the feedback is. And then the other side of it is from the patient. Yeah, we're in a world now where everybody's so flooded with so much information, or can be right at the touch of your fingertips, and that can be great. It can also create a lot of like hurdles to figure out. Let's sift through all this information and figure out what's important. That's very fun, actually, because the people who are really engaged and wanting to know the most, they're also very receptive when you give your point of view of things, and so you might, it might be as simple as, hey, I read on the internet that I'm supposed to get this brace and this brace will fix everything. And then, so then you kind of have to give a little perspective and make a connection to how this might be different than what they're seeing, that kind of a thing. And some of it too is the timing of things in therapy and the timing of when it's appropriate to do certain things, where the information you read about on the internet might not be wrong, but it's about how it coordinates with your particular situation. But yeah, I think you're right. It's very much a back and forth, I think, where you're trying to coordinate kind of a teamwork approach where, you have our skills and our information that can help them. And then even if something isn't fully a PT thing, we get some of those questions too, where people will lead off and say, maybe this isn't something that I should ask you, but you've already established this relationship and they want your opinion about what do you think I should go with this, So it might be something that I really, it's not my wheelhouse of what I do, but they feel a good relationship about, like, oh, I can ask this guy and maybe he'll point me in the direction where I need to go,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's great. And, you mentioned your gals that are on the floor, I think, and the gals in the office and the actual therapist, you all have to be kind of calm because you got a lot of different things going on at the same time, and you probably yell across the room and say, "Hey, Tab, would you take care of this while I take care of that?"
Yeah.
You mentioned what a great crew you have, and that gives you time to talk to those people about some other things.
Yeah.
They might say, "Hey, why are you working on my shoulders when my back's bothering me?" And you have those kind of conversations, or you talk about the kids going to school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's sort of a dance there as far as figuring out, and it's funny because sometimes when we have new PT students coming in, we have to kind of tell them because it does take a certain amount of skill to still be concentrating on what you're supposed to be doing and having these other conversations, whether it's just as simple as the weather or whether it's talking about, kids come up and what people are doing for the holidays and whatever, that all comes up. And part of that, I think it's part of this, again, sense that people feel comfortable, feel like, hey, this is a great place for me to be, so I can just be in a good environment, but they're also taking care of the specific things that I need for therapy. And so, yeah, when we have students out, a lot of times I'll tell them, okay, we're maybe chit-chatting a little too much, because I could tell that you're losing a little focus on doing whatever technique it is, kind of a thing. Or this session ends up going an extra, 15, 20 minutes more than it probably should, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is kind of a skill. And I think once you're in that environment a while, you start to develop how that sort of dance works the best. Yeah. And that's, again, where the girls probably roll their eyes a little at me, because I probably go down that rabbit hole a little bit too much with some of those conversations with people because it kind of fills up my tank too as far as like just interactions with people. So I'll get some looks across the gym like, okay, we need to wrap this up. You need to get in room 2 now and work with this person a little bit. So
yeah, it's kind of like our sales staff when we talk too long and they go, we've got 2 more people waiting to come in and visit with you. It'd be nice if you'd conclude the conversation, right? We understand, but it does take a team. In a good business, it takes a team, and you certainly have one. You've got good people there, and I'm glad you highlighted that today.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again. If people want to come in and talk about something that's been bothering them physically, drop by, set up an appointment, call. The gals will set you up, right?
Yeah. So multiple ways. Yeah, you can just call us. Sometimes if we're available, we'll jump on the line real quick and talk to somebody. Same thing if you walk in the door. If we're not busy with somebody and we got a couple minutes, we can talk to you. Or if things are kind of, bustling and there's not room at that particular time, up front they'll find a time for you and we'll block off a little bit of time and we can have a little wrap session and figure out what's going on. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. West Highway 2 in Broken Bow, Nebraska. They have a great website. Check it out. Give them a call. Do you recall the phone number off the top of your head?
It's 872-5800. You don't have that every phone number in the town remembered?
No, I don't hardly remember my own. You know me well enough to know that doesn't stick. Yeah.
There was a time
right
when I think Dave and I were both really good at that, remembering numbers, and then this whole thing called the cell phone came along, and you just put a name with the number, and now you have no clue.
It's gone.
Like you just go to your phone and say, "Oh, Andrew, there we go. We'll call him."
Exactly. Or when you're filling out, you have to actually fill out a form sometime, and they want your wife's phone number, right?
Yes.
On there.
Yeah.
And you're like, hold on, I'm not sure.
Let me look at my phone.
That is so true. That is so true. Andrew, thanks a lot. Appreciate it very much. We're going to have that news piece that we're going to run again that Jeremy released this morning and 6 o'clock hour on KCNI and 7 o'clock hour on KBBN. It's a very important story. We're going to have that for you right after these words.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Central Nebraska Medical Clinic wants to take this moment to express their heartfelt gratitude to their patients. Your trust in them is the foundation of their commitment to providing exceptional care. They're thankful for the opportunity to serve you and your families, and they cherish the relationships they've built with each of you. As we gather with loved ones this holiday season, they're reflecting on the privilege of being part of your healthcare journey. Wishing you a joyful and healthy season filled with love and gratitude. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow.
This is Jeremy Nordquist, president of the Nebraska Hospital Association. Nebraska hospitals want seniors to learn about Medicare Advantage before signing up. Medicare Advantage plans deny care more often than traditional Medicare. They can switch your providers to be out of network, resulting in unexpected high costs. And Medicare Advantage plans can delay your treatment when you need it most. Our hospitals want you to learn the facts about Medicare Advantage. Paid for by the NHA.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We've been inundated with buyers from all over the country finding our website and asking about north central Nebraska farmland. Most buyers would be delighted to lease back the land to the seller or their trusted tenants. If you are thinking about taking advantage of these once-in-a-lifetime market conditions, call me, April Good, for a free market analysis on your property and check us out at lashleyland.com.
8:21, we'll be bringing in Chris and Brandon from Farm Credit Services of America in just a moment. Actually, about 5 minutes, because we have a story that broke this morning on our radio stations that we feel we want to highlight and get your attention on concerning a $200 million investment going to be made by Adams Land and Cattle. So here's Jeremy's story for you here on The Breakfast Show.
Adams Land and Cattle of Broken Bow has announced plans for a $200 million roller compacted concrete and anaerobic digestion project that is expected to start early next summer. Conveyed benefits of the project include on-site production of renewable natural gas and fertilizer products, reduced smell and dust, less truck traffic, and improved cattle health. At the base of the project is roller compacted concrete, or RCC, a drier mix than conventional concrete that is compacted with a roller while it is still soft. Often used for large areas like roads, dams, and parking lots, RCC does not use rebar and can be poured at a rate of around 80,000 square feet a day. With concrete rather than dirt as the base of cattle pens, the most visible difference is a reduction in dust. Adams Land and Cattle started pouring their first RCC in 2023 in order to prepare for the benefits on a larger scale. When utilized in the cattle industry for pens, it has several benefits according to Setchi Agri-Services and Engineering, the company working with Adams Land and Cattle on the project. The benefits include improved cattle health and cleanliness, improved feed conversion, simplified pen maintenance, more cattle on a smaller footprint, quick construction, the ability to do anaerobic digestion, and finally, cost. An anaerobic digester is the second half of the project, slated to be placed on 40 acres of land south of the lot, where a third party will lease the land while owning and operating the digester. In anaerobic digestion, bacteria break down organic matter, like manure, in the absence of oxygen. A reactor breaks down the waste and produces biogas, like renewable natural gas, and digestate, like organic fertilizer, animal bedding, and crop irrigation products.
We have signed what they call a manure rights agreement with. Basically, we've signed an agreement that says, hey, we are going to deliver you all of our manure. You're going to use that manure to create renewable natural gas. Once the nutrients come out of the back of the digester, we will take those nutrients back and we'll use them from a farming and bedding perspective on the feedlot. So really what we're responsible to do is get manure to the digester and then take the nutrients away from the digester.
The anaerobic digestion, a 30 to 40 day process, will be overseen by 8 to 9 full-time employees, including 3 engineers. Babcock estimated about 8 trucks a day would be transporting renewable natural gas south of the feed yard on Highway 21. The underground natural gas infrastructure in the area is not built to handle the amount expected to be produced. In addition to renewable natural gas and bedding, 2 additional products will be produced by the process. One is a nitrogen product that can be used on the 3,000 acres that Adams Land and Cattle has around their lot, eliminating synthetic nitrogen use. The other, Babcock said, can benefit farmers.
This other product is about 3% total solids. The economics, would suggest that we could haul this water product to farmers, that they could either apply through their center pivots or they could knife it in. They could do a lot of different things with it.
Approved permitting is allowing Adams Land and Cattle to raise their head count from 85,000 to 150,400, which won't require more space thanks to the concrete project. Babcock said even with that many more cattle at the south lot, he estimates only a 5% increase in cattle trucks because cattle come in at lighter weights and are on feed longer days. The number of trucks hauling manure will drop sharply due to the on-site digester, with 0 trucks leaving the south lot with manure. The head increase will also mean Adams Land and Cattle will be purchasing more corn from farmers. Financing is being secured for the project right now, which Babcock estimates is 2/3 of the way complete. If secured, the RCC project and digester project will likely begin in early summer of 2025, with an estimated completion by the end of 2026.
We have the project kind of broken up into 6 different phases. So a couple objectives there. We want to make sure we can maintain 85,000 head at the feedlot through the 2-year construction period. Secondly, when we're doing dirt work within a phase, we want the dirt to balance from a cut and fill perspective. So each of those phases allows us to keep at capacity, but also allows us to minimize the amount of dirt movement that we have to have. Pretty aggressive timelines here. Project completion by the end of 2026.
Babcock said that Adams Land and Cattle is excited for a project of this magnitude, not only for the company, but for the community and their commitment to sustainability.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Red Hot Buys are at your local RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Ready to decorate for the season, A's has a great selection ranging from classic strings of lights to the very latest decorations. Platinum LED light sets are $14.99 in assorted sizes, styles, and colors. LED Radiant Blast Pathway decor lights are $22.99 each. Really catch some attention with a 6-foot-tall Mr. Chill Snowman inflatable, $99.99. Wrap it in red. These decorations and more are at RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
Looking for the perfect gear for your favorite athlete? Geared for Sports in Broken Bow has everything you need to perform your best. From top quality equipment to the latest apparel, they've got it all. And if they don't, they will do their best to find it for you. It's not too early to start your Christmas shopping. Geared for Sports puts you ahead of the game with a wide selection of sports gear, accessories, and apparel that every athlete will love. Get ready, get geared up, and get going. Visit them today at Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
8:27, another good show lined up for you today. We've had great guests and more to come. We also want to remind you this morning, I don't think we've talked about that yet, we're going to be having a Facebook Live and radio remote from Jenny Melham Hospital this morning. That's coming up a little bit later on. But right now we have Chris and Brandon with us from Farm Credit Services of America. And we're a little nervous because last time when the other folks were here, including my son, we went through quite a grilling on past facts. So I guess we'll see what happens today, guys.
Yeah, well, we might challenge you guys again today as well, so be ready for it.
Oh, boy.
Okay, very good. Chris, how you been? All right?
Oh, yeah, I've been great.
Good?
Yeah. How have you been?
Excellent. Now, this fall, other than being so darn dry, has been a real pleasure to
finally got
experience.
Some needed rain last weekend.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, not as much as we would like, but wet things down a little bit at
For
least.
sure.
And I'm sure you talked to all your customers out there about that. The weather and rain has got to be right at the top of the list of conversations, I would think.
Yeah, especially this time of the year. Right now, in the insurance side, we're working on PRF. It's pasture, rangeland, and forage. And it's a way for ranchers and farmers to protect against lack of rainfall. So you can take that out on haying and grazing acres, and you can protect yourself against that. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's got to make people sleep a little better at night.
Yes, for sure, for sure. We got a deadline on that, December 1st. So if you're at all interested in it, call us and get in and see us. So
without getting too far into the nuts and bolts of it, I've bought rain insurance before, but it was for an event, to protect you if the event didn't happen because of rain, and there was kind of a window there that you had to hit. Is it kind of like that with this kind of insurance?
Sort of. There's a lot of different ways we can set it up, but it's based off NOAA's historical rainfall data, and you can take out. They're called intervals. They're 2 months long, and there's 6 different intervals you could pick from, and you have to pick at least 2. And there's different coverage levels that a guy can pick. So yes. But there's different ways you can set up the policy.
It sounds kind of flexible, though.
Oh, very flexible. Yep. You can spend as much money as you want to on it, or as little money as you want to on it.
Okay. Well, in today's ag world, there's a lot of products that you guys offer as far as insurance goes beyond rain. Talk about those, if you would.
Yeah, I mean, another one right off the bat, it's LRP. That's where you can take out price protection on cattle anywhere from 13 to 52 weeks out, and protect a floor on the cattle that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's one of them. Another one right now we're working on is just reporting production on your corn and soybeans, your spring crops. We got a deadline of December 10th to see if you have a claim or not. So that's really important, to come give us your production. We can sit down and see if you are going to have losses or not with the lower harvest prices that came in this fall. So
yeah, it's kind of crazy that that you need to pencil that out. You might have a very, very good year, bushels per acre, but
yeah,
the price makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably a needed service there.
Yep.
I would think it'd kind of like be, I don't know. We've been talking a lot lately about long-term health insurance, something you don't want to talk about. This would be one of those things you probably don't want to talk about, when it's not that much fun, but you really need to pencil it out.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, until you do that, you don't know most of the time. So when that lower price comes in, your trigger bushels go up. So you could be sitting right on the edge of a claim or not.
Okay.
So.
Great services. How new are some of these?
Most of them have been around for quite a while. The PRF and the LRP, I mean, they've been around for a while, but they've been enhanced. They've been made better.
Made better.
Yeah.
And maybe made more, I don't want to say available, but made people know more about them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They've been made more aware. The subsidies have went up. It's made them more attractive in the last few years. And then, I just think the risk of farming has gotten more, so these products have gotten more popular in the last few years as well.
Well, when you drive down the highway and you get behind a tractor that is basically 2 lanes wide, they're spending a lot of money and to get those crops in and get them out in a hurry too. So fascinating. Now it's kind of an interesting job you have there, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Love it every day.
Good deal. Brandon?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about your end of things for a moment, if we could.
Yeah, from a lending or finance perspective, farmers are pretty much done with harvest if they're not already. So they're kind of putting the 2024 crop season behind them and shifting gears and looking forward to 2025. And so between now and the end of the year, you'll be meeting with a lot of customers, kind of taking a look at tax planning options, and then forecasting what projections look like for next year as well. So you guys kind of talked about some of the costs involved here. Farming margins are pretty skinny right now, and looking at the projections for next year, expect very much of the same. So just encourage farmers out there to really take a look at their expenditures on that side of things. Not much we can do about the commodity prices other than just watch the markets and capitalize on opportunities when they arise. So preserving that working capital is going to be kind of key through the next year or two. So, but I'd sure encourage any producer out there that maybe hasn't worked with Farm Credit Services of America, if they've got some thoughts around what they're needing from a financial standpoint, give us a call, talk with our officers in the office there, or stop in anytime, and we'd be happy to take a look at your needs and what options we could have.
And Brandon, a lot of the conversation around those sorts of things, one of the things that's kind of like the weather is interest rates. Seems like whenever you get together, you're going to talk about what's going to happen with the interest rates. You have those conversations?
We have those conversations a lot, yes. And so, the nice thing is we're starting to see kind of the variable money interest rate come down a little bit. So I would say, I think it's dropped about 3/4 of a point since the first of the year. So we're seeing some softening there. I know the Feds are going to meet again in December. There was another probability of them dropping another 25 basis points or 1/4% in December, but that likelihood is slipping by us. But I still think we're going to see another 25 basis point drop by, kind of the first quarter of next year, the way it looks. So the operating money is softening some. Sure wouldn't expect to be at the lowest we were 4 years ago when we were at 4 or 5%, but we're kind of coming down a little bit better. So.
Yeah, I wonder if it wouldn't be healthy to find a happy medium there somewhere.
Yeah.
I know we all like that when we were looking at purchasing something. We liked that end of it, but we didn't really like what CDs were worth, and investments were not nearly as didn't look that good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a positive thing, I guess. If you're looking to invest your money, the CD rates have been pretty promising the last couple of years. Now with what the Feds are doing with their interest rates, that'll probably soften up some.
Sure.
So.
All right. Grains and producers, beef producers, their challenge, I think, is, well, like people when we go to the grocery store, we scratch our heads and go, gosh, this is quite a bit higher than it was last year. And, when you're in business, it seems like the price always goes up. The cost to operate always goes up. And I'm sure that fits into all of this.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So input costs are they continue to rise, and the commodity prices ebb and flow. They go up and down, and so again, it kind of goes back to capitalizing on marketing opportunities. Now, I guess the other positive thing we're starting to see is machinery and equipment prices are softening some as well. So if a guy has the opportunity to kind of wait and hold off for a little bit, I think we're going to see some machinery equipment prices soften up some more. So,
well, it all kind of fits together in one way or another, right?
Yeah. Now, to your point on the beef prices, the cow-calf producers probably feeling pretty good about things right now because they've had a couple of really solid years, and all indications are, the cow supply is the lowest it's been since the 1950s, and so, the supply is just not there. The demand's staying very strong, even with the high prices. So as long as the demand stays strong, expect another good year or two for the cow-calf producers.
Well, this is beef country.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
Nobody's complaining about that, I don't think.
Yeah.
Even when you go to the store, it's a good steak is still pretty darn nice, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you have a lot of resources. You guys want to talk about that real quick, about some of the tools that you use to make all of this available to your customers?
Yeah, so I'd encourage anybody to look at our website. We've got a lot of information out there to help kind of with decision making. We do have a team of economists on staff. They're called terrain analysts, and so they just analyze the ag economy. In fact, we've got a speaker coming in the first part of January to meet with producers here in Broken Bow. So if you have any interest in taking a look at coming to that meeting, give us a call or check us out. But if you don't make it to the meeting, again, just go on the website. There's all kinds of information out there to help you to kind of plan for the next growing season.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Now, what about this? Did we cover everything you wanted to cover before we move along here?
Yeah, I think I'm good,
All right,
yeah.
Right. I'm
Get to the fun
feeling
stuff.
somewhat comfortable because you're talking about doing a sports type of trivia challenge, and I feel like I have an expert with me in the room here.
Well, it depends what sport we're talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of different sports. That's true.
So what do you got lined up for us here?
Well, so to kind of build on what Tyler and Paul had done last month when
boy.
they were in, we wanted to challenge you guys, and we've got a little added twist. So this is going to be sports themed, to your point, Dave. But for every point you guys get correctly, Farm Credit Services of America is going to donate a certain dollar amount to the Santa Cop, local Santa Cop here.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
So everybody's
now I
rooting for
feel
you.
pressure.
Oh, everybody's going for you.
I'm hoping I get some of these right, or we're hoping we get some of these right. Okay.
I'll probably just look over at you. Like, you'd look at me for the 1970s music.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I've got the first question.
Okay.
All right. What year did the Broken Bow Lady Indians win the Class C1 state basketball championship?
2003.
Correct. All right. And for a bonus question, with the game tied at 36 points.
Oh, yeah.
Only 5 seconds to go, full court. Who scored the game-winning shot at the buzzer?
Megan Ellis.
Nice.
I called it.
You did.
Oh, man. What a great night that was.
You are 2 for 2. Good
Yeah.
job.
All right, I got the next one. This is a Husker football question. How many times did Tommy Frazier get sacked during the 1995 national championship season?
Wow, that's a tough one.
There was 163 dropback attempts.
Out of 163.
How many times?
Man.
I can give you 3 different options if you want.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
be
take.
good.
Yeah, I'll take the options.
40, 0, and 55.
Oh.
I'll be really honest. The first thing that hit my mind was 0.
You're
Yeah,
right.
I don't think he got sacked.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that crazy?
It's incredible.
That was
Yeah.
the pipeline.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is something there.
And his ability.
Yes.
He was incredible.
He might have had some negative yardage, but that was because he was running the ball.
Running. Yeah.
Yeah, might have run out of
But he didn't
bounds
get
or
sacked.
something. Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right. So this question is worth up to 4 points, Brent.
Okay.
So from 1996 to 2000, 4 different local area teams played in the state championship football game. So that's actually across 5 seasons. The exception is 1999, right? So 4 local football teams made it to the state championship game, 96, 97, 98, and 2000. Can you name those 4 teams?
Sargent's one.
Yes. That was 2000. Sargent made it in 2000.
Ansley.
Correct. Ansley made it in 1997.
You and Selma Myrna.
Selma Myrna
96.
made it 96, correct.
I got one left.
One left, and it may not be in Custer County, but
Okay. That helped it. I'm
Sandhills.
gonna go with Mullen.
Mullen,
Yeah.
1998. Good job.
Wow.
For a bonus question, only one of those teams won the state championship. Can you name which team that was?
It was Mullen.
Yes, 1998. Very nice.
Wow, Brent, you're really impressing us.
Well, I'm happy. Right now, they're asking questions of when I was here as the
Yeah.
sports director, and that has helped. So,
All right.
All right, here we go. What were the Chicago Cubs originally called?
oh man, this is embarrassing. I'm a huge Cubs fan. Originally called?
Originally. And I can give you choices too on this one if you need it.
Yeah, I might have to. I'm embarrassed to not know
You
this.
want to
off
call
the
a
top
friend
of my,
or?
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
we didn't think of that.
Yeah. Can I use a lifeline? Yeah, give me choices.
Here we go. Colts, Orphans, White Stockings, Midways.
White Stockings.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Wow, I probably would have went Midway. So, thanks, Brent.
Yeah.
Great, man.
All right. How many state girls golf championships have the Broken Bow Lady Indians won?
4.
Yes. And can you name the only individual state girls golf champion in our listening area?
Cameron Johnson.
Yes, sir.
You're on
Cam
fire.
Bam.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, how many undefeated seasons has the Nebraska football team had in their history?
Oh man, this is. I'm gonna undefeated.
Undefeated. Okay, so 2, 11, or 36.
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. Not necessarily national champs, just undefeated.
What were the choices again?
2, 11, 36.
Well, then I'll go with 11.
Yep,
Because I
you're-
know it's more than
Yeah,
2, and it's less than 36. So okay.
Yep. So 1890, their first year, they were undefeated.
Oh, wow.
And then 1902, 1903, 1913, 1914, 1915. That was a really good run.
Yes, it was.
1970, 71, 94, 95, 97.
Wow. What were they called? The bugs or something? The bug eaters?
I think they were
Bug
right off the
eaters
bat,
at
yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
Boy, you guys have done some research on this stuff.
A little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got one more here.
Oh, we got okay.
It's a Cubs one again.
Uh-huh.
Which Cubs pitcher was nicknamed Three Fingers? It was due to a farm machinery accident back in his youth.
So that goes back a well.
Yeah, it goes back a ways, yeah.
Yeah,
this is a long time ago. Okay, so
Boy, I don't know.
I might really butcher this first name.
Okay.
Mordecai Brown, Hippo Vaughn, Lon Warnke, or Charlie Root Vaughn.
Boy, that's
This might be the toughest one out of the bunch.
What was the second choice?
Hippo Vaughn.
That's who I'm going to pick.
It was Mordecai Brown.
Rats.
Hey guys, I think it's good that he missed at least one.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I wouldn't.
We
be
know
able
he's
to,
human that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to live with him today if he got them all.
Well, you did good. Yeah, so Farm Credit Services will donate $240 to the Santa
Wow.
Claus. So
That's
you got
great.
Thanks, guys.
11 out of
Yep.
12.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
That was fun. That took me down memory lane, especially those area sports questions. That was fun.
Yeah, fantastic. You guys are great. We appreciate you coming in and having some fun with us, but also highlighting what you guys do and a lot for and with the ag world out there. And for folks who are interested in some of those products, give you a call, stop by out here, or one of your other. You have satellite offices as well.
Yeah, we have quite a few
Yeah,
in Nebraska. So
somewhere around the area, stop in to Farm Credit and find out about some of these insurance options that you mentioned, Chris, and of course, Brandon, all of the different nuts and bolts of sitting down and trying to make a profit, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Give us a call or stop in anytime.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Oh, man, I'm not going to be able to live with him at all. It's going to be terrible. We'll be right back.
Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow is hosting several flu shot clinics in the upcoming weeks. No appointment is necessary. Bring your insurance card if you have one. Clinics are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on each date. The next flu shot clinic is this Friday. If you can't make it, there is one more in November and several more coming up in December. Flu shot clinics at Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow, helping to keep everyone healthy.
Agro Affiliates will be conducting an absolute land auction of the Crisp Farm located 6 miles east of Arnold, Wednesday, December 4th. The auction will be held at the Arnold Community Center at 11 a.m. Central Time. This 156-acre pivot irrigated farm is located on the south side of Highway 92. The farm includes pivot irrigated cropland, dry cropland corners, pasture, and a grain bin. For more property information and to register to bid, please visit agroaffiliates.com or call Bonnie Downing at 308-872-1323.
There are so many wonderful things to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. At Burning Bank, we are thankful for our employees, customers, and our communities. Since 1891, we have taken great pride in what we do, and we are passionate about helping our customers to build, grow, and thrive, and we will continue to do so in the future. We know we have a lot to be thankful for, and we hope you do as well. We wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. Burning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Are you or someone you know struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma, or other mental health challenges? Do you wonder where you can get help and support locally? An online list is ready and available for you that includes local, trained, caring mental health providers. Visit mhpcc.org. Mental health providers and services available in Custer County can be found quickly and easily at mhpcc.org.
8:47, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to Jenny M. Melham Hospital and Clinic, and I have a question for Jeremy to ask the leader there, the CEO, Kyle Callum, if he's wearing a purple shirt today. I'm just curious. But if you folks want to know, you can look for yourselves, because this will be on Facebook Live and on the radio. And let's find out more from Jenny M. Melham with Jeremy and his guest. Jeremy?
Hi, Dave. Just give me one quick second, if you would. I know I've been connected for a little while, but we're moving some things around logistically. So if you give me a little break and then come back, I'll be listening and we'll be ready to go.
All right, super good. They're getting things moved around.
Yeah.
Maybe they're bringing the hot tub in.
Maybe that's where they're doing the remote at.
Might be. Maybe Mr. Callum will be in the hot tub in his purple shirt. We'll find out right after these words.
Need fence Central Nebraska? Rapid Fence has your back. They pride themselves on quality, specializing in high tensile and barbed wire applications. They can also remove fence, clean up fence lines, and help with feedlot and corral fencing. If your fence suffered due to an unfortunate wildfire, go with Rapid Fence. Call 308-223-1320. That's 223-1320 for Rapid Fence. Or find them on Facebook by searching Rapid Fence.
Poinsettia time is almost here, which means now is the time to order yours with The Secret Garden. Proceeds go to the Anselmo Myrna PTO. Head to The Secret Garden and tackle your Christmas shopping. Amaryllis bulbs have arrived along with new winter decor. They are open every Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and every Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. Proverbs 13 verse 20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble." The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Your friends at Gateway Motors, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram are thankful for all their wonderful customers. They invite you in each Monday through Friday this month to register for daily drawings for a frozen turkey voucher to Grocery Cart. Don't forget, Quick Lube is now available. No appointment necessary. Plus, they are the only Nebraska dealer offering forever warranty on vehicles under 100,000 miles at no cost to you. Happy November from Gateway Motors in Broken Bow.
10 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock, they were moving some things around, preparing for the remote from Jenny M. Melham. Let's find out if they are set. We'll turn it over to you, Jeremy.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Yes, we are set and ready to go. We're at Melham Medical Center, like you said, and we're here for a really exciting reason. We'll kind of dive into that as we get further into our remote broadcast here this morning. But we want to start by letting you folks know that if you want to tune in for this live, you can go to the St. Hills Express Facebook page. And if you can't tune in right now, which would a reason for that would be if you're driving, don't do that. We never condone that. Wait till later. The replay will be available to you on Sandhills Express Facebook. So we'll start by letting you know we're at Melham Medical Center, and we've got our friends from Gateway Motors and Broken Bow here as well. And we'll just give everyone an opportunity to introduce themselves, let everyone that's watching and listening know if you're with the hospital or with Gateway Motors, and kind of what you do with each of those places. So we'll start over here.
Hi, I'm Carla Bazin, and I'm the CFO at Jenny Melham.
Hi, I'm Jen Schaaf, and I'm the Chief Performance Officer here at Melham.
Kyle Kellum, I'm the CEO.
Thomas McCaslin, and I'm the Dealer Principal at Gateway Motors.
Todd Anderson, I'm the Executive Manager at Gateway Motors.
Chris Armstrong, General Sales Manager at Gateway Motors.
Okay, so all of you that are listening on the radio, just imagine all those names, remember them all, left to right, no pressure. But who wants to kind of explain, I think maybe the Gateway Motors folks over here would be the best to explain kind of what we're, and everyone runs away from me. We're here for a special reason coming off of October and breast cancer awareness. I'm going to tell everybody what you were doing throughout October if folks aren't aware.
Well, we were, a portion of the proceeds for every vehicle sale went to this cause. And also in October, to make sure that it was a big cause, we also gave away a vacation cruise for 2 for every vehicle sold.
Can I ask how many people are going on cruises?
46, was it?
46.
Yeah, 46.
Wow. Great. Lots of happy people out there going on cruises, and there's nothing better than going on a cruise and then being able to kick your feet up on a cruise knowing that you helped a great cause as well. Talk about that side of it and where Melham Medical Center comes in.
Well, it's I don't know who hasn't been touched by some way breast cancer. My mom had it twice. She's beat it twice, so it's huge for me. As she was going through chemo and the struggles, she worked 2 jobs to support us at the same time. So it hits me pretty hard to make sure that we give back for that cause.
I think it's it's amazing when you hear the numbers surrounding not only breast cancer but cancer in general. Then you think if it doesn't affect your immediate family, it's just like you said, somebody that's been affected by it in some way. And these folks over here to my right are the ones that we call upon to help us out when our family and friends are in crisis. So I think it's very cool that you guys did this, and we'll kind of talk to these folks over here, and then we'll kind of do the big reveal, right? Okay. So obviously I kind of led you into your side of it. You see folks when, the emotions are high. You are the ones that break the news when people are in these bad situations, and Gateway Motors knows that, and they're here to give you a little financial support in order to help people. Talk about being on the hospital end of it, because so much we talk about the family and friends that are going through all of this together. You guys kind of pride yourselves on being the ones that can be support here, not only from a medical standpoint, but you can be a friend here at Melham as well.
Yeah. Do we need to switch? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, do you want to run away from me as well, Kyle?
No, first of all, I just want to say thank you to Gateway Motors. They approached us last year was the first time that we had done this, and it's to collaborate and partner in a really, really good and really very important cause. So we're very thankful to Gateway and all of you. So we appreciate that. It's a cancer, as was said, it touches everybody, and we have an exceptional team here to be able to take care of folks, and unfortunately, if that happens, we're here and we're willing and ready to help take care of you and get you on to the if there's a higher level of care needed. So we're just very fortunate to be able to be here in the community and at the community's disposal to help care for them in the event that happens.
I think that's the other main thing that we want to make sure to mention here this morning. Everyone that's listening and watching, if they don't already understand it, probably should do some research to understand, me speaking from my perspective personally, how important it is for us to have a community hospital here in town. And I appreciate Gateway Motors doing this, and it's just one way that one business in town is supporting our local hospital, and it's really important that they're here. So thank you to you three. And how big is the staff? This is a loaded question, but what's the total staff number here at the hospital?
Yeah, we have over 100 folks willing to, ready to care and for everybody, and so we're very fortunate to have some very, very high quality and skilled team members here at Melham.
And there's never a moment where every single light is off. There's always someone.
The light's
here.
always on.
Light's always on.
The light's always on. We're always ready.
Okay, great. Well, who wants to make the big reveal, and how are we doing this? We've got a check here. Okay, here we go.
Well, probably ought to pull it out of there, right?
Yep, there you go.
Make sure it's real.
Yeah. Oh, what do we got there?
So this is a $3,000 check that's going to go to help us purchase some equipment. Thank you. We very much appreciate this on behalf of the medical center, the board of directors, and all of our team. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing to help further the care here in the community. It's been a very, very good partnership. You don't get to see this in a lot of communities, and so when this happens and there's such an important cause that hits everybody, touches them personally, we're happy to be that partner. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it was very exciting, and I know that our audience is inside the phone or on the radio, but I like to think that everyone out there is giving a round of applause. So talk about, the hospital, and obviously gifts and donations like this help purchase some equipment and things like that. Not only in the cancer side of things, but what are some things that you can talk to us about here when we've got our audience for this presentation that are on the horizon for the hospital?
Yeah, so we've actually just went through and developed a new 3-year strategic plan. So there's always equipment that's going to be needed for this. As an example, we'll have new scopes that we're looking to purchase. We'll be looking to purchase some bariatric chairs for wheelchairs for our patients. The list is endless. It's always a revolving door when it comes to the need for equipment, and equipment only lasts so long in healthcare before they determine what's called end of life, and so we have to make sure that we're keeping up on the best technology possible. So we're always looking to change equipment, whether it's supplies, equipment itself, our camera systems for the OR, our scopes, those kinds of things, and so things like this go a long way.
It doesn't really matter who we have on the morning show. We're always talking about the advancement of technology and trying to keep your head above water and keeping up with it. I feel like that's magnified by like 1,000 when it comes to the hospital world, I would imagine anyway.
It is. We've looked at AI stuff. I mean, there's so much technology out there right now, and keeping up on it is very important, but it also is very costly. And so, it just seems like in healthcare you can never have enough equipment and enough state-of-the-art equipment. It's always changing.
Great. Well, we appreciate you doing your best to keep up on that equipment here locally. It's big to have you here in Broken Bow, so thank you.
Thank you.
Speaking of technology, guys, there's technology in vehicles as well, right? What's the new fancy thing that's coming out, or what are some different options that folks can come and see you at Gateway Motors for right now? What have you got going on?
Just about every body style has changed on the GM side, especially. You've got the new Traverse, the new Suburbans coming out, new body style Suburbans coming out. Of course, all the EVs. We got an EV Silverado on the way.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you're in the EV side of things, come and see us.
Okay, sounds good. And then you've got all of the comforts inside, and then you've got the things that people want on the outer side of the vehicle, from higher towing capacities to gas mileage and everything in between. So
And all of the safety. You can't name the stuff that's on them anymore. Autonomous driving on the new Chevys. It keeps going on and on.
Wow.
So
crazy.
Yeah.
And I can't help but notice all of those work trucks that you've got lined up. Have you guys gotten a lot of comments about that, Thomas?
We got a few.
They're all white and they're all lined up so perfectly. I think all the bumpers are within 1 inch of another, and they just catch your eye.
Yeah, I'm glad it's working because that's exactly what we were after.
Okay.
I think this is the second time that we've done it this way, but sometimes you just want to change things up a little bit so that as you drive by and you're not watching on Facebook Live, you can see the different presentation that we've got with our vehicles and whatnot. The second time we've done the all whites, 4th of July, we did red, white, and blues. We just different themes that we can come up with and, try to get people's attention because, we have a lot of inventory, which we're very blessed to have. But it takes a lot of different ideas and ways of marketing this to get it out to everybody. We're thankful for everybody in Broken Bow, but we don't just service Broken Bow, just like the hospital doesn't just service Broken Bow. We service a huge area of people that come to Broken Bow because we have the facilities that we have and the opportunities that we have. So, you just got to do what you can to market it and push it out there and, let you guys come from the radio and put us on, and it all works out well.
Well, we always say we live in a world where there's so many different ways to communicate, but it really certainly was almost easier in a lot of ways when you either just listen to the radio and watch TV, right? I think I saw something the other day that said that the average human being is exposed to over 100,000 advertising messages in a day, whether we realize it or not. It's crazy, but I'm kind of the work trucks caught my eye. So you're doing something good there, and I'm kind of a nerd. I can't help but think logistically with all of the stock you have on your locations, is that kind of like putting a puzzle together, because you got to move the ones that were there and then move new ones in. Does everyone just hop in a car and then you figure it out as you go?
Yeah, our staff works together as a team to try to take the keys, because Easter egg hunts at a dealership are no fun. Okay? So trying to get the keys sorted out correctly and keep them separate and not leaving them in a vehicle or not, misplacing them is an issue. But, we have 4 salespeople, we have 2 sales managers, we have 2 finance people. Everybody works together to organize and put all this stuff together and just make it work. But yes, logistically it is sometimes a nightmare.
I can imagine. Well, to put a big bow on everything, folks, if you're just tuning in on the radio or watching on Sand Hills Express, we're here at Melham Medical Center, and we have our friends from Gateway Motors here as well, and they have presented a check as a result of you doing business with them at Gateway Motors to the hospital in the amount of $3,000 to help them with the purchase of equipment following Breast Cancer Awareness Month last month. And thank you again, and thank you for having us this morning. This is certainly exciting, and we're excited to see what's ahead in 2025, a new year. Can everyone believe it?
It's right around the corner.
It's right around the corner. And it feels, Christine, I think it feels way too much like winter out there already. We're just missing I don't want to say the S word, but the snowflakes, that's all we're missing. These guys are like, we move cars in snow.
You want to see that puzzle move, wait till it snows a foot.
Oh, yeah. I bet. Well, does anybody have anything else that we wanted to throw out before we head back to the studio?
No, I would like to just say one more thing. Again, a thank you to Gateway Motors. It's a heck of a good partnership, and combining that and their promotion, giving away crews. Probably everybody in this room, if anybody needed a partner to go on the cruise with, probably nobody's going to turn that down here. So, but thank you for what you've done. It's very appreciated.
Great, well said. With that, we'll send it back to the studio from Melham Medical Center here on KBBN and KCNI.
All right, very good. Boy, every once in a while you run into a breakfast show that just has it all because of the people that we have in this community. And I think today is one of those days. And we love every breakfast show. We love every day we do the show. But so many good things happening to highlight here on the show today. It's been really, proud to be a part of it. It's really been great.
Well, over over $3,200 have been donated somewhere on the breakfast show today.
That is true.
That's pretty cool.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know, everybody who lives in this part of the country, you know a lot of different people. You know your neighbors, you got relatives. Maybe you're new to the area and you've met some people, and hopefully that's the case there. But we all know somebody in our circle that has went through fighting breast cancer, and people that we have lost to breast cancer. So I know there's Breast Cancer Month. That's a month, which is very important, but it goes on, 12 months a year, that fight against cancer of all kinds, and breast cancer definitely targeting the ladies out there, and we know somebody. One of us, we all know somebody that's went through that, so it's kind of close to our hearts.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're running a little behind, but who cares? We're a locally owned, homegrown radio station, and we can do whatever we want. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu this morning, accusing him of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Reporter Linda Gradstein from Jerusalem.
In a statement, Netanyahu described the ICC as issuing, quote, absurd and false accusations. The ICC decision could make it more difficult for Netanyahu to travel abroad.
A California police report details sexual assault allegations against Pete Hegseth, President-elect Trump's choice for defense secretary. CBS's Scott McFarland.
The accuser, referenced as Jane Doe, reported feeling like she'd been drugged and recalls saying no a lot while in a hotel room with Hegseth, where she says he prevented her from leaving.
More than 330,000 customers in Washington state have no power after hurricane-force winds and rains from a deadly weather system.
It really does look like a bomb fell down here.
There's holes in the roof, so we're caulking it to fill it.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monse Bolaños.
In the NBA, the Warriors cruised past the Hawks 120-97. Steph Curry led the way with 23 points and 8 assists. James Harden had 24 points and 7 rebounds as the Clippers beat the Magic in LA 104-93. The Knicks had a 138-122 victory over the Suns, who were playing without Kevin Durant. Jalen Brunson 36 points and 10 assists. Karl Anthony Towns 34 points and 10 rebounds. The Grizzlies outscored the 76ers 117-111. The 76ers are now 2-12. They are in last place in the Eastern Conference, while the Cavaliers crushed the Pelicans 128-100. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 41 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists as the Bucks defeated the Bulls 122-106. Detroit Tigers pitcher Tarek Skubal was named the unanimous AL Cy Young Award winner, and Braves pitcher Chris Sale was named the National League Cy Young Award winner. And on the ice, the Stars beat the Sharks 5-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Highs level off around 48. Today, under sunny skies, northwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies again. Tonight, lows level off around 19. Highs around 54 tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies and dry. Saturday and Sunday, mid-50s. Saturday, upper 40s by Sunday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
At Echo Financial in Arnold, they believe that sometimes all you need is someone to help show you the way. It is certainly true with finances and insurance. Whether you're starting in your career or are preparing for the retirement of your dreams, Echo is there to listen, understand, and help guide your financial journey. She invites your questions and offers complimentary consultations for your retirement and legacy planning. Echo Financial offers asset management and financial planning with a heartbeat. Visit echofinancialllc.com or call 308-848-2244 to book your appointment today. Advisory services are offered through Echo Financial LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Nebraska. Insurance products and services are offered through Echo Financial and Echo Pelster Insurance LLC affiliated companies.
9/11, 26 degrees under a sunny sky. Winds out of the north 5 to 10. Barometric pressures rising this morning at 30.28. Humidity at 68%. High yesterday was 49, by the way, with an overnight low of 25 degrees. Brent and Dave with you here on a stellar breakfast show. We're just having a great time. We're going to yet get a hold of a Subway this morning, see if Matt's traveling or what he's up to, having a cup of coffee or got his head in the freezer. We don't know. We'll find out a little bit later on. We got some other things we want to tell you about this morning. So, I don't know, Brent, what are your thoughts today? We had fun with the trivia and all the different great announcements we've had today. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, been a great breakfast show. Appreciate everybody coming in and being a part of the show today. And, just looking at the calendar, we got a great show tomorrow, too. We talked about Adams Landing Cattle and, of course, their big announcement, which we have referenced this morning. They'll begin to talk about it live tomorrow morning on the breakfast show. So a lot of great positive things being shared on the show this week, and that's fantastic.
Oh, what a joy to have positive things.
Yeah.
Rather than the other. And maybe we should celebrate by sipping and shopping.
There you go.
And you can do that with our friends at Rustic and Red down in Cozad. They got a wonderful store. You'll feel positive when you walk in the door because, well, first of all, if you haven't been there before, your jaw's going to drop. It is so well stocked and so well done with class, and they are really friendly people inside that store. The owners are great ladies, and they love to have Rustic and Red's Sip and Shop every third Thursday, and so today's the day. 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. today. Now, the sipping starts at 4, but the sale starts at 10 a.m. 20% off store-wide, 25% off ladies' apparel, 50% off fall florals and decor. And they have a special musical guest. They have this cool balcony in the back of the store, and it's pretty good size, pretty neat. And they can put on entertainment up there and sip your wine up there. Heather Wellman will be singing in the loft from 5 until 7 p.m. today. And the drink of the month is Ruby's Apple Pie, made with hot ruby, available for purchase. Sales and a chance to register for their door prize will run all day today, and a chance to register for a second door prize from 4 until 7 p.m. Everyone is invited. Get in and have some fun. They also have some coupon awarded to customers there that they can use on their next visit. It's all happening today and this afternoon and this evening at Sip and Shop get-together at Rustic and Red, 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Sipping starts at 4.
Some great job opportunities being posted on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page. You'll see that Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual to serve as their family outreach case manager, helping people and knowing community resources and helping people attain goals. Now, this job is in the Loop City area. The starting wage very solid, $16.50 to $18.25, depending on qualifications, and an excellent benefit package as well. Looking for someone with education and or experience in the field, the desire to help people attain goals, good computer skills, knowledge of available resources, and certainly excellent communication skills a requirement. You would be helping people to secure permanent housing, budget money, setting goals, overcome crisis situations, and finding the right resources to do all of that. If you're interested, contact CNCAP Human Resource Department. Give them a call at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105. That's 308-745-0780. extension 105. The position will remain open until filled.
Sometimes Brent Apperson.
Yes, Dave, Bernie.
Neighbor, good friend, brother and son, in one, co-host of The Breakfast Show. You wonder. You know the Bob Seger song, I Wonder?
Yes.
Always kind of grabs you and makes you think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have to wonder about Sylvester's when they bring in Thunder Karaoke. Now, I know I started out kind of deep there.
Yeah, you did a little bit.
But here's the thing. You say, well, it must work because they keep bringing it back.
Yeah.
And when you have something that's successful, you bring it back because people enjoy it. And that is the case at Sylvester's when they bring in Thunder Karaoke. People come out, they sing, they have fun. They either get up and sing or they sit and listen to others and enjoy one another's company and have a good time. That's what's going to happen tomorrow at Sylvester's. Thunder Karaoke is back. Grab your friends, pull them up on stage or get up there yourself. I know a lot of times groups like to get up and sing because if you're a little, shy about singing, you can get up in a group and they'll show you a good time at Sly's. 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. tomorrow night at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Plus, of course, you can gather your friends and head to Sylvester's for the Husker football game on Saturday. Kickoff at 2:30 with happy hour from the first, or I should say during the first and third quarters. And Sylvester's invites you to come out for both of those. Now, Brent Apperson, off the air this morning, I heard him, folks. I'm going to rat on him. I'm going to tell the truth. He believes solidly, he has got the Kool-Aid going down, that on Saturday,
yes,
the Huskers will become bona fide for a bowl.
Bowl eligible.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe it. Yes, Saturday's the day.
So,
way back when I was growing up, the question was, will this be the year that Nebraska wins the national championship? And now it's, will this be the year we make a bowl game?
It's changed a little.
It has changed a little, but
Yes.
The excitement is still there.
You bet. So you can go out to Sylvester's and hoot and holler with them on Saturday, watch the football game, and come out on Friday night and sing to Thunder Karaoke.
Off Broadway, a great assisted living facility here in Broken Bow, offering exceptional assisted and independent living. They have a $99 move-in special going on, as well as the $500 referral promotion, too. So let them take care of the cooking and the cleaning while you take the time to do the things you enjoy. They have everything you need, and you don't have to mow the yard. You don't have to scoop the snow when it starts to fall. They have many activities to keep you entertained and involved. And they have some special things coming up soon. In fact, this Saturday, November 23rd at 2 o'clock, they're going to be hosting a housewarming party for their new residents that have moved in. This is open to the public. They would love to have you there. Come in, check out the facility. Again, that'll be Saturday, November 23rd, starting at 2 o'clock. And then on Monday, beginning at 3, they'll have a Grinch craft class. You won't want to miss it. That'll be on Monday at 3 at Off-Broadway. Come and look around and see what they have to offer. They would love to have you through the doors. Again, that's this Saturday at 2 o'clock at Off-Broadway for their housewarming party for the new residents, open to the public.
Well, we heard earlier from Farmers National, but we want to highlight an open house and make sure that you get there for the open house Saturday, November 23rd. And that will be from 1 until 2:30 at 652 Cherry Avenue in Broken Bow at 802 Cherokee Lane. And this is, well, they got a couple different ones here that they've highlighted here, open houses. 652 Cherry Avenue features 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, a very cute kitchen, large living room with a fireplace attached, and a single-car garage in the back with alley access. You can move right in. It's ready to go. That's priced at $189,900. And then at 802 Cherokee Lane in Broken Bow, they have a home which features 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, a living room that has a nice big picture window. The kitchen is open to the dining space. There's an attached garage, underground sprinklers, new shingles in 2024. and this one's priced at $159,900. So they're having open houses at these two locations on Saturday from 1 until 2:30, and Jim and Kathy Eberly will be your hosts, and they'll be there at the homes during that period of time. And there's, you've got video, you got pictures, you can look at things that way, but this is your chance to actually walk in and see these houses priced, well, under $200,000 easily, and one at $159,900. So check them out. That won't take long for you to drop by. It might just spark an interest if you have somebody that's looking for a home or you're looking for a home. 1 until 2:30 this Saturday. Let me give you those addresses again. 652 Cherry Avenue and 1802 Cherokee Lane here in Broken Bow. Two open houses for you, put on by Farmers National Company. Jim and Kathy will be there.
This is something we've all had happen to us, I'm going to guess. If you're driving along, and all of a sudden a pebble or a rock, little piece of gravel pops up, and boom, you take it in the windshield. And there's a little chip there. You think, okay, it's not bothering my vision or anything like that. Well, you know what? With it getting cold, now we're turning on the defrost, right?
Yes.
Defrost weather is kind of here, and you know that if you have a rock chip and you turn the defrost on, lots of times that can cause it to spread out, causing a costly replacement of a new windshield. So get it fixed before it does that. And we've got just the place for you. You can stop that from happening by getting those chips filled by Dickerson Chip Repair. Call Mark. He's a mobile windshield repair service, whether it's at work, in the field, or on the go. Cool thing is, Mark comes to you. Now, how much easier can that be? Currently, he does not take insurance claims, but you could be eligible for reimbursement by your insurance, and Mark can talk to you about that. He uses the latest tools in the industry's strongest resin that is guaranteed not to crack, cloud, or yellow over time. So save money and give Mark a call today. Dickerson Chip Repair. Call 614-403-8087. Again, the number 614-403-8087. You can also check them out on Facebook.
Happy Jack, we're probably going to run just a little overtime, so we need to get a hold of Matt with Subway yet. And question.
Yes, Dave.
Maybe you can answer it, maybe you can't, but I heard Jeremy talking yesterday that we're getting sparse on turkeys. Do we have any more turkeys to give away today?
I think we do, but yeah, it's just maybe a handful left. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where we stood after yesterday, but yeah, I do think we still have a few to give away, but not very many. So be listening.
All right, could be the last day, so listen carefully today for your chance to win one of those turkeys, courtesy of some great businesses in this area. Well, we got started with the Beatles today and kind of stuck with them because we had a trivia question about the Beatles. When they released I Want to Hold Your Hand, the answer was the 1960s. So we've kind of stayed in that area of time. We've got one more for you. Kind of a little pretty love song. Call Shelley and say, honey, this is for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll send this out to my wife, too.
All right.
This is for you.
there is. I believe there's a chicken one. That's the only one I really remember. But the ghost pepper bread is here for a limited time. It's got ghost pepper seasoning on it with some jalapenos and some Monterey cheddar cheese on there. Cooked on the bread.
Now I know that there's a couple of sandwiches kind of go specifically with that bread, but you can get any sandwich made with the bread, correct?
Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Any sandwich we have on the menu can be made with that kind of bread.
All right, fantastic. Let's see. Catering, I'm guessing, is probably picking up or will pick up as we start to move into the holiday season, huh?
Yes, it will. I've already been hearing from Teresa, and she says catering has already started and in full force.
All right.
So I think she had like 50 box lunches the other day and like 5 platters to another place.
All right. So if you want to do some catering, whether it be for yourself or maybe as we move into the holidays, you just want to send out a sandwich platter or something to an organization or to some people that you just want to say thank you for what they've done during the year, the sooner you can get those requests in, probably the better, huh? So you can kind of organize?
Yes, most definitely. So, like, if you're, I don't know, you got a Christmas party at your work or something, yeah, cookie trays, I got veggie trays, meat and cheese trays, sandwich platters, party subs. So, yeah, the list goes on and on and on.
What about your help situation in Broken Bow, Matt? Still looking for some people?
Yes, we are. We are actually looking for some daytime people, morning opener, and an afternoon person. I believe they have nights fulfilled, but I'm not 100% on that.
Okay.
But, yeah, we're always looking for help.
With the holidays coming up, man, hard to believe, but next week is Thanksgiving. I assume I assume that will kind of change a little bit as far as your hours. I assume you'll be closed on Thanksgiving. Am I right in assuming that?
Yes, you are correct. There's 3 days a year I don't work, and that's Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter.
All right. Well, that is
So I'm looking forward to a
understandable.
day off.
There you go.
You got that right.
But regular hours on the day after Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, Matt, we know you're on the go. We appreciate Subway here in Broken Bow and what you do. Thanks for taking time. I know you're busy.
Well, I got a sneak peek for you guys.
Oh.
It's coming in 2025.
Oh, wow. Breaking news?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
What's on the way?
Subway has teamed up with Oreo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We will have an Oreo footlong cookie.
Oh, really? A
Yeah.
foot-long Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
That's kind of exciting.
Yes, it is.
That is a teaser beyond teasers, Matt. Thanks so much.
So that's
Yeah.
coming next year
Next year.
in 2025. All right.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Think of the party you can have with that thing. Man.
You better order more than one because one's enough for me.
No surprise there, Matt. Travel safe.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Take care, man. All right, 7:33 is your time. We're going to go ahead. Jeremy dropped by and told us a couple of turkeys that are still available that we can give away in the Sargent area. So you folks in the Sargent area, be listening now because you'll be picking that turkey up at the Sargent Corner Market. Sargent Tire is going to make this possible. We'll do that in a moment.
Yeah, we just have one more thing to remind you about from a business standpoint. Make sure you check out Brewbakers in Arnold. 'Tis the season to be grateful and gather. Mark your calendar for some great things coming up in Arnold at Brewbakers. Don't forget their Black Friday sale, which is coming up. It'll be November 29th, 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 40% off merchandise. This, of course, day after Thanksgiving next week. From 8 to 9 a.m., they'll be taking 30% off. From 9 to 5 that day, 25% off. And then on Saturday, November 30th, they'll continue with 25% off merchandise during the day. So there you go. When you start thinking about next week and the day after Thanksgiving, put Brewbakers in Arnold on the list. Their big Black Friday sale set for November 29th. The earlier you're there, the more you save at Brewbakers in Arnold.
And while you're in Arnold, do some shopping around the community. They got some great shops there for you to shop at, and you won't find, that you're going to buy something that everyone else is being given for Christmas. It'll be unique gifts, and they take pride in their main street. So do some shopping everywhere. Go have a cup of coffee and shop around and go in and enjoy yourself.
There you go.
All right. The suspense builds.
The turkeys are loose in Custer County. Now here's your announcer to tell you which caller can play.
Call us at 872-2801. We'll take the first caller, and this turkey will be given away, hopefully, by Sergeant Tyre, Sargent, Nebraska. And you'll pick it up at the Sargent Corner Market. We have a call coming in. We don't even need to take a break. Let's find out who we have on the line. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Well, this is Diana. This is your neighbor.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. So what's going on in the neighborhood?
Well, not a whole lot, Dave. Are you being behaved up there on the corner?
Well,
It depends who you talk to, Diana, as to whether or
I
not
think
he's behaving.
Yeah, what happened to that block party?
Yeah.
Oh, Diana, that's a whole messy story there.
Yeah.
A lot of hard feelings.
Caused a little friction between Dave and I there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling in. Let's find out if you can win a turkey and guess the right number of shots. Neighbor, how many do you think it's going to take?
Well, I'm going to say 2. I'm not that good a shot.
All right, we'll give it a shot. Here we go. I'm pulling the trigger right now.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Well, there you go. Better than I thought I was.
Yes. You were close. Yeah. So what are you?
Well, thank you.
Are you going to drop by Brent's place and stop in and get a little something to eat for Christmas, or?
Well, my kids are coming home. Maybe we could just trot up the street.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, take the whole family.
There you go.
Thanks, Diana. Have a good one.
All right, you guys have a good Thanksgiving day.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
take care. All right. That's our neighbor.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, they're good neighbors. Been neighbors for many years in our area and do a lot of good things around the neighborhood. Well, that concludes the show for today, but we will be back tomorrow. And if there's any turkeys left after today, we'll go on a turkey bonanza tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to give them away tomorrow no matter what.
There you go.
So keep trying today, and if we don't have them all gone by tomorrow, it will be a real turkey shoot.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm looking forward to that. If we don't have any left, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So Happy Jack is prepared and ready to go on KCNI, and I'll be with you until 10. But I'm not going to talk anymore. We've had such a great show. We're going to have good music for you all the way to the top of the hour. Might squeeze a turkey time in if I can before 10. And then it's
totally awesome 80s.
Yeah, sure is.
See you, Dave.
Bye.